Hello and welcome back, everyone. In this week's episode, I'm going to be doing an art challenge. This is from Actually Ray on YouTube. Just recently, about I think 2 weeks ago, they did an art challenge where they had their characters spell out their names with their bodies. And it's a great way to kind of explore your characters as well as work on character acting. And I thought this was a great idea for the girls of Magical Woman. So we're going to do that today with the 3 main magical girls we have so far and Gummy. And since I am still working on these characters and their whole story, it was a great way to explore them a little bit. I might do it again once I have some villains written, but that's still a work in progress. So let's get started. First up is, of course, our heroine, Magical Kitty. Now, while Magical Kitty is still kind of bitter about having been transformed into a magical girl in her 30s on the way home from work, she is also living out her childhood dream. So, at first, she's kind of into this. She's jumping around and spelling M-A-G-I. But then when she gets to the C and tries to bend herself like that, it does not go well, and she snaps her little elder millennial back. And at that point, it's hard to get through the rest. Gummy helps her for a while. She manages to stand back up, spell out the K-I. Gummy's working himself to the bone to spell out the T's, but she still collapses to the ground. Our poor girl, she is down for the count and just uses her cute little tail to shape out the Y to end the letters. And here she is in her glory. Her name's a little long, so I split it into 2 in order to show it all. Next up is quote-unquote Connie. Now, she is a trans girl, and this is not her preferred name. It is kind of the more feminine version of her dead name that she's able to get away with using with her parents because it rhymes with her best friend's name. So they don't really notice what it might imply. But because this is not her preferred name, she is more withdrawn at the start of this. She spells a C with just her hand, tries to go a little bigger and bolder with the O. And then the end, she's feeling a little more confident. There's a more feminine pose and she's feeling like, maybe I can do this. And then her animal companion shows up and she's like, yes, perfect. And at the end, she transforms during the I and then the E. She is in her full magical girl glory, feeling herself, and very excitedly spells out the E with her ponytail and her staff. And this was just a fun one to really explore both sides of her, and we're going to get to her preferred real name in just a moment. And so next up is, of course, Sky. Now, Sky is her preferred name. It is her name that she chose, and she is feeling so much more confident like this. She spells out the S with her ponytail with a big jump into the air, her K, Y with her hands open, and then the E, she spells out a little differently this time. And she is just loving this. This was a really fun one to do. I really wanted to show this finished design that I had for her, and I just wanted to show her looking very confident and compared to her closeted version that we used at the first start of the last one. She's just so happy to be herself, and she's so sweet. I just love her. I do think I have a lot of colors going on with her, but I think all the pastels really work together, and that hot pink bow just gives her a blast of color. So next up is Sky's best friend, Ronnie, short for Veronica. Ronnie is rough and tumble. She takes no shit. She is just crazy with enthusiasm. And she has a bit of a habit of tossing around her magical companion. Now, both her and Sky's magical companions are in the form of plushies. They do not feel pain, and she kind of just bullies him because, just like Magical Kitty, he forced this upon her. Being a magical girl is not her style. So she actually uses him more than herself to spell out her name. She gives the R with a big throw, and then the O is just this little Mothman guy, boom, 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 boom. And then she catches him in the eye and gives him another toss for the E. And she is just so fun. It was so much fun drawing her, just jumping around and having fun with this. So the last character we have is Gummy, our cute little mascot character. He is Magical Kitty's magical companion, and I just had to draw him looking cute as possible. So we've got him just lounging on his back for the G. We've got his cute little just sitting up in a U. And then the M's, one is a stretch, one is just a content little sit. And the Y, I actually used a cat bed bowl in like a cat tree to spell out the Y, and he's just sleeping on top of it. Now, I might not have managed to do much character acting in this. He's just kind of being a cat. But honestly, he could use a break. Gummy is usually just being berated by Magical Kitty for having forced her into this position, or he's just tired of trying to tell her that, she needs to get up and save the world, whether she likes it or not. So just getting to let him be a sweet little kitty and roll around and nap in a pet tree, I think he deserves it. And that's everyone that I worked on for today's video. This video is a little on the shorter side, so while I'm here, I just wanted to remind you guys I do have commissions open, and here is the info. And again, check out Ashley Rhea or Grinja Ninja on YouTube to see the original video that inspired this. And I definitely recommend trying this out yourself if you want to explore character acting or just want to dive into your characters some more. It was a really fun exercise, and I just really love drawing all these characters. Of course, I finalized some designs for this. The last time I talked about Sky and Ronnie, they did not have finalized design and did not have confirmed names. So we are making some progress. And once I finish designing my villains, I hope to come back with another one of these while I explore their characters. Thanks so much for coming in, everyone. If you enjoyed this, of course, subscribe. And I'll see you again next week. Bye!